Hi crafty friends, welcome to Make It with Mod Podge. My name's Cathie and today I've got the funnest spooky upcycling project to share with you. This is beginner friendly, so don't worry if this is your first time. Grab some recycled bottles. I'm going to show you step by step how to do napkin decoupage on them. This is such a fun way to create this really cool spooky look. Now I was channeling the inner showgirl in me, so I added all sorts of bling and fringe to these, but you do you. You can finish these out in so many different ways. The formula today is Mod Podge satin. It gives you a great finish. Let's dive in. You're going to start with your recycled jars or bottles, soak them in water and remove the labels. This is paper napkin decoupage, so grab a collection of paper napkins. The first thing that we're going to do is paint our bottles with chalk paint. This is 2 coats. Then you're going to separate the plies of the napkin. You're only going to work with that top printed ply. I'm using Mod Podge satin, but you could use gloss or matte. I like to use a 1-inch gold bristle brush for this. It just goes on so smoothly. And I did paint it white so that the colors of the napkin really pop. That's just some water. I'm lightly misting the napkin with water and then placing it onto my bottle. I'm lightly tapping with my fingers to get it into position, and I'm only going to do this each side at a time, doing a little top coating as I go. So I've got that side down. Now I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to flip it over. This whole front side is completely dry, and then I'm going to repeat that process. First, trim away a little bit, and then we're going to mist that side. Again, that's just some water. Add more of the Mod Podge, and then we'll wrap that napkin to the back and have it dry. Just keep using your brush and your fingers to get it into position. This is a really great beginner project doing Halloween because if you end up with wrinkles, it just adds to the cuteness of the bottle. Adding more Mod Podge and wrapping that all the way to the back. For this bottle in particular, I had to get kind of a wrinkly neck or a pleated neck because it's got quite a curve there. But you just keep adding the Mod Podge and pressing it down. And I'm working pretty gently because it is a napkin. I'm going to cut off the extra on the bottom, and then I'm just gluing that to the bottom. And then I'll let that completely dry. You could add a little felt circle there, and of course finish off that top too. All right, now to finish these off, you can use all sorts of things. You can see I'm using ribbons, trims. I've got these wood pieces that I am painting gold with Treasure Gold. I love this color. This is by Full Cart. And you can just go in with some of your detail brushes. Then of course I wanted to add a little bit of bling. So I'm just adding a little dot or two of Mod Podge there. And then I'll go ahead and place my gems right into the glue. Look at these gorgeous trims. Okay, so this is gonna be for the first one. I'm gluing down this bit of lace, this sparkle trim, and then I'm gonna glue that wood piece right to the center. The sky is really the limit on how you decorate these. You can fill these with cork lights. You can put feathers in them, flowers. Look how cute these are. All right, let's take a look at all of the different details that I did, and then I'll give you an in-depth peek. For this one, I told you I was channeling my showgirl, so I went ahead and did a little bit of this gold fringe. And then this is cool. This is just some sticky back black tape that's lace. Here I did a little wood witch on this one and some diamond trim at the top. I did more of that lace on this one. And then for this, I'm just gonna tie on the spider web. I have a nice big fluffy bow, and I'm just gonna hot glue the trick or treat to that. I did a couple of jars also, so you can do this technique on jars or bottles. They're so fun to just decorate. These you could fill with little flowers, really all different kinds of things for Halloween party decor. Look how gorgeous they all are. I love these. Thanks so much for joining me today. I just love how these all turned out. I don't even know if I can pick a favorite. If you have a favorite, let me know in the comments. I'll be back here next week with another fun project to share with you. And until then, make sure you save those bottles because these are really cute for the Christmas holidays too. See you next time.